All right, gang, here's the facts. The facts are Terrence Bud Crawford is coming. He's coming at 54. And Tszyu responds. Let's talk about it. What up, YouTube? Big Tszyu, Heavy Bad Boxing TV, man. If you don't get your big goof ass in here and hit the bag, hit that like button for your boy. That helps the channel. You know, I appreciate that love. Shout out to gang, the bag hitters, man. Y'all know the count. Special thanks to my guys, man. Tyree Celestine, D1s, Boxing, Troy Jack. I see y'all, man. Big shout out and special thanks to my members, Sean Ho, the goddamn phone. And out of the BX, the boogie down, my man John, man. I appreciate that love, boy. All right, listen. Make no mistake about it. Bud Crawford is coming to 54. Oh, guess who's coming to dinner, nigga? Bud Crawford, confirmed by the Ring Magazine, activating that super champion status. He's next in line. Bottom line, they'll have after 5 days, they'll have to be in negotiations with Bud Crawford to make that WBO championship fight. It's coming. Right, it's a fact. Shout out to the Fight Hype who caught up with Tszyu today. And I got part of that interview. Want to check out the full interview, you go to Fight Hype and check out Tszyu there. But listen, before I show you guys this part of this interview, I got to say this. He looked a little bit nervous. And he also said in an interview that was a little bit surprising to me that, you know, he was calm, cool, and collected when that name on the marquee was a Keith Thurman. But now since that has fell through and it's Sebastian Fundora, he's got this really anxious energy about him. You know what I'm saying? He's amped up, but the energy has changed a little bit. And then to understand that after this Fundora fight, you're going to see Bud Crawford, right? More than likely, unless something bizarre happens, you're going to see Bud Crawford. Now, listen, I do believe he gets past Fundora. That's just my opinion. But make no mistake about it, I think his energy changed because this is a last-minute replacement with a Fundora, somebody with a crazy frame that you never see at 54. He's a very tall fighter with a crazy reach at 54. You haven't been game planning for him. You don't know what to really expect. Did he learn anything from that Brian Mendoza fight? If he decides to be completely buttoned up and just use the jab the entire night, what kind of fight would that look for? And could Fundora potentially get past Tszyu behind the jab? It's you don't know what's gonna happen. And not to mention, oh, by the way, once you're done with Fundora, here comes Bud Crawford. But I got part of that interview. I want you guys to go ahead and give it a listen.
Listen, not to overlook this fight. Not to overlook this fight, but Crawford activated his mandatory to fight you next, according to the WBO.
Yeah.
How excited are you for that? And what's your message to Crawford if he's listening?
Yeah, that's great, man. You know, like that's an opportunity to become a great for sure. You know, this is the first opportunity to do things that no one else does, to save the show, to still start this historic card, and once the opportunity arises for Crawford, then that's going to be a war.
How different is the kind of pressure you could apply versus like what Spence did? Because Spence tried to apply pressure and just the counterpunching was like a buzzsaw he walked into.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't that be the case with you know, potentially applying pressure?
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, I think Spence was, I don't know, it didn't look the same, in my opinion. I don't know. From the get-go, he was off balance, maybe weight trained. It was different. And me and him are completely different style. You know, he's southpaw, I'm orthodox. Yeah, so it's mixed.
Would you know, it got talked about a little bit for June or July. Is that too quick a turnaround for a big fight like Crawford? Or it could be Crawford in July.
So what is it now? March, yeah? April, May. Yeah, it's sweet, man. Yeah, I've had 4 fights in 12 months. So
it's kind of the exception to the rule these days.
Yeah, it's part of the plan.
All right, that was Tszyu's response to Bud Crawford coming to dinner. And again, to me, it just appeared like I've seen so many Tszyu interviews, and I never really seen that kind of rocking back and forth motion. I do believe him when he says the energy has changed. And he says it's a great opportunity to be great versus a Bud Crawford, but it's not that same energy he had for a Jamel Charlo or even a Keith Thurman. He was on those guys' asses. He was telling them what he was going to do to them. He was confident in that he was going to beat them. He was telling them that he would beat them. But when it comes to Bud Crawford, it's just an opportunity to be great. You could see the overwhelming respect that he has for Bud Crawford. And, you know, again, with that particular fight looming in the back of your head, plus I think it's going to be a really tough task versus a Sebastian Fundora. Again, this was a lot of people's boogeyman. If you paid attention to the sport of boxing, Sebastian Fundora, with that frame and that reach and that engine, he's got a hell of a motor. He was the boogeyman for a lot of people at 54. A lot of people was, you know, and again, he was the WBC interim champion, and a lot of people was picking him to really contest to be the WBC champion. He was the favorite in the Brian Mendoza fight. That was a underdog Brian Mendoza who went in there and knocked out a Sebastian Fundora. So I don't want us to downplay the skill set and the difficulty level of a Sebastian Fundora coming into this Tszyu fight. Now, I still think Tszyu can get through or get past Sebastian Fundora. I think he finds a way. I think this is the fight where we can start to give Tszyu a lot of credit for his IQ. I don't think a lot of people recognize Tszyu's IQ. I think most people feel like, hey, he's just a come forward fighter, puts together some decent punches, some decent 1-2 combinations. He's got the power, and that's how he wins his fight. But I do believe he's going to have to think his way out of this Fundora one, and then we can start to really give him the credit he deserves for his IQ. But with the Bud Crawford fight looming in the back of his mind, the amount of respect that you see he's showing for Bud Crawford, man, listen, Tszyu's world has definitely is up in a spin right now. We got to see exactly how he navigates through it. And I'm definitely looking forward to Tszyu or Terrence Bud Crawford versus Tszyu, which probably is next. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section, man. Definitely eager to hear from my Tszyu fans, from my Bud Crawford fans, what you guys think about this one. All right, Big T.O. Heavy Bag, that's all I got, man. I'm out of here. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.
You must be out of your goddamn mind. Joe Louis, the greatest boxer ever lived. I'll be with you boys in a minute. He was bad in Jackson Clay. He bad in Sugar Ray. He bad in that. Who that? You.